Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? You know the drill. Grab your coffee, maybe a seltzer, definitely a snack. I've got some blackberries from my blackberry bushes outside. So, they're really messing with me today, boy. No kidding. So, we all heard about maybe you haven't, the tampon shortage, right? Well, it's because there's a cotton shortage. And so what I'm going to suggest is, for men, you're not, but you might buy them for your wives. I would start stocking up on anything that has to do with cotton, like cotton balls, maybe even Q-tips, okay? T-shirts, socks, things like that, things that you would normally use every single day, okay? Even sanitary napkins, incontinence supplies for our elders, things like that, okay? Because these supply chain problems and inflation have hit virtually every customer goods that we bring into our homes that you can possibly imagine, right? But those of us who are still in our child rearing years, that still get our monthly friend, if I could be so kind to say, right? We are now facing this added strain as a shortage of these products is now hitting the United States. Okay, so, stock up on what you can while we still can, okay, because it's extremely important. Right on. So, on to this. Now, a union has announced that daytime work stoppage at a congested port in Oakland, which is in California. All right. Now, a port workers union is shifting, all right, planned work stoppage to daytime hours, June 20th, at the already congested port of Oakland, just days before the expiration of the union's contract. Okay. And according to the CNBC supply chain heat map, the Port of Oakland is among the worst performing ports for the movement of import containers. And a port official said that the change was made so longshoremen could celebrate the Juneteenth holiday, which is on June 19th, which is a Sunday, but will be widely observed on June 20th. Okay, so that's a heads up. So we might get some type of more of disruption in the supply chain because of this holiday. Okay, so now there is also a recall once again, but you know my stance on recalls. I think it's just best if we just grow our own. That's why I just literally encourage everyone to have a freedom garden. No kidding. So there's more than 900 pounds of ready-to-eat salad products that are now being recalled due to current concerns of listeria. I know. And it's 4-ounce plastic packages of Super Mom's Kitchen Chef salad, egg, white turkey meat, ham, Monterey Jack, and cheddar cheese with crisp romaine and green leaf lettuce, with enjoy through dates of 6/9 and 6/11. 4.3-ounce plastic packages of Supermom's Kitchen Caesar salad, seasoned chicken breast strips, Parmesan cheese with crouton packet, with crisp romaine and green leaf lettuce, with enjoy through date. What is this with the enjoy through date? Enjoy through date of 5/26, 5/28, 5/31, 6/2, 6/4, 6/8, 6/19, 6/11, 6/14, 6/16. So the products that are being recalled will have an establishment number established 19860 inside the USD mark of inspection. These items were shipped to retail locations in Minnesota and Wisconsin. So, okay. So there's that. All right. Now on to this. The Texas Power Grid operator is bracing for extreme temperatures, and your energy rates could double. So if you're in Texas, please listen up. All right. So ERCOT is bracing for extreme temperatures, and it's forecasted for the next upcoming days. And ERCOT manages electric power to more than 26 million Texas customers and represents 90% of the state's electric load, according to the company. And a southwest heat wave is on the way to places like Texas, California, and Arizona, and they are bracing for temperatures to soar into the triple digits. So what I would take this as, all right, is getting your generators ready. Make sure you have enough fuel to run the generators, enough oil for the generators. Okay, if you have solar powered anything, get those ready. Get those, get the batteries ready. Okay, for your lighting, if you have solar powered anything, if you have battery charged candles, your flashlights, ways to cool your house down, to stay cool, to stay hydrated, okay? Because this is not something that you ever want to play with or ever want to mess with, okay? I remember hearing something about that during the Great Depression. In order to stay cool, what they did was they opened windows and took, I believe it was bed sheets. They wet them down, and then they hung the wet sheets over the windows. So when the wind came in, it brought cool air in through the wet bed sheets. Okay. If you have USB or battery powered fans or anything, please get those charged up and ready to go. Okay. So, and also make sure you have enough water. Anything that will, help you get through this if there is a case of brownout or blackout. Okay. So temperatures in Texas are forecasted to reach 110 plus degrees with the heat index. All right. So ERCOT said that while it can handle the record demand for the latest heat wave, Texans will pay double the rates to stay cool. Wow. Okay, so according to so-called experts, the rare cold snap that hit Texas in February of 2021 caused the storage levels of natural gas to drop to mid-level, And this drop in storage levels is now causing the energy rates to double. So just be careful, be aware, all right? Because you just don't know anymore, okay? What tricks they're going to have, what aces they may have up their sleeve, all right? So on to this. A subscriber feels that this might help a lot of people. It's a forager's guide to wild foods, okay? And I will look for the link for the book. It's a forager's guide to wild foods, edible plants, mushrooms, and seaweeds, okay? It's by Nicole Apelian, Apelian. She has a PhD. It's the North American edition, all right? So inside you'll discover over 400 plants that never made it to most people's lives, kitchens, or medicine cabinets, all right? So I will look for that link, and I will leave it in the description box below. So on to this. Excuse me. This came to me from someone who works for a newspaper, and they receive regular news presses from various agencies and organizations. So she sent this to me, or she, sent this to me. And it says, the last time Wisconsin National Guard troops conducted significant military operations in Papua, and it's Papua, New Guinea, the eastern half of a large island just north of Australia, was during the Battle of Atape, Aitape, against Japanese forces in the summer of 1944. Nearly 78 years later, members of the Wisconsin Army National Guard's 32nd Red Arrow Infantry Brigade Combat Team were back in Papua New Guinea for the second annual Tamiak Strike, a bilateral training exercise to improve interoperability between U.S. forces and the New Guinea Defense Force, or PNGDF. The exercise, which included active and reserve components of the U.S. Army in addition to Australian and British military forces, and the 1st and 2nd Royal Pacific Island Regiments of the PNGDF, took place in Port Moresby, Wewak, and Lae. This mission was meant to add and assist with the existing bond and training relationship between the Australian Defence Force and New Guinea Defence Force. The Wisconsin National Guard and New Guinea are connected by more than history. They are involved in the State Partnership Program, which builds a cooperative and mutually beneficial relationship between the partners' military, security, and disaster response organizations. Our goal was to learn from them and provide some additional insight into their training so that PNGDF and the U.S. Army had many options moving forward into our Indo-Pacific partnership. The Australian Defence Force was crucial in providing U.S. forces with an introduction and background into their training techniques and the PNGDF's abilities and capabilities. Interesting. I like that. So now on to this. I'm going to put a picture up, and it says, this is from the California Farm Bureau Federation. If ketchup and salsa are harder to find at the store later this year, it's because the drought has forced many growers of processing tomatoes to cut back on acreage. Higher costs for fuel, fertilizer, and labor are not helping. Well, you know, there's many recipes for your own salsa. I happen to like this one salsa. It's mango. I think it's mango habanero salsa. And I had bought it at Sam's Club one time, and oh my goodness gracious me, it is so delicious. So, you know what? I'm going to look for some recipes, and I'll put it out there for you guys, okay? Here you go. So here's a heads up from North Dakota. Gas $4.79 a gallon, premium $5.69, diesel $5.89, fuel oil is $5.69. Flour aisle looks good. Baby formula, some spots thin. Just found out the U.S. bank in our town has closed. Oh boy. Hubby is going to switch banks. North Dakota has its own bank where I bank. Think he will go there. Other than that, I just figured, okay, we'll have to raise my budget for food instead of $200 at a time, $300 at a time. Okay, thank you for that. And then this picture was sent in, and when I saw this picture initially, I'm like, wait a minute, what doesn't look right here? And then this subscriber said, okay, this is getting stupider all the time with shrinkflation. Okay, because it has to do with milk. And when you look at it, you'll see a gallon of milk and then a half a gallon of milk. Now, a quarter gallon of milk? And then they're like, what am I supposed to do with that? This is at Walmart in Ada, Oklahoma. It's the weirdest thing. Look at this. And then I just got this text message, and it says, heard from 2 truckers, West Coast is running extremely low on diesel. They're keeping it a secret. Well, not anymore, huh? One guy had to beg a farmer for 50 gallons to get home, paid him top dollar for his gratitude, and heard from 2 other sources, one from an oil trucker, that 9 weeks he confirmed as well not to be able to sustain the country until October. Damn. So okay on that. And then this, before I go, I'm going to put this screenshot in. It says, wondering if there is a first responder shortage in Denver. Had to call 911 as I found my husband unconscious when he had a seizure and fell down the stairs, and it took a bit longer. Typically, there is tons of fire, police, EMT, seemed half the amount. Disclosure, we are frequent flyers on 911 and grateful for all of them, but just didn't know if there was a shortage of police and fire in Danvers. Oh, Danvers, Massachusetts. I thought it said Denver. Danvers, Massachusetts. Huh. Well, is anybody else from Danvers, Mass, or around Danvers, Mass? You know, could you clarify this for us? Okay, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.